you are not watching this by chance. Something inside you is searching for answers. And perhaps this search is the clearest sign that you have been called. The chosen ones feel when it is time to awaken. And if you are here, that time has arrived. Have you ever felt that you carry something different, that you do not fit into the world as it is, as if there were a wisdom inside you that no one ever taught you, but that has always been there quietly waiting? This is not imagination. It is your essence trying to emerge. Many try to ignore this inner calling. They pretend to be normal, suppress their feelings, and live trapped in patterns that have nothing to do with their souls. But the chosen ones cannot. They feel too much. They know too much. Even without being able to explain it, since childhood you may have noticed things that no one else saw, felt presences. Signs, omens, or simply had that strange certainty that you are not alone, even in silence. The chosen ones grow up with this heightened perception, even if the world tries to make them forget it. Today you will get to know the 7 spiritual gifts that mark the true chosen ones. They are profound signs that do not appear to just anyone. Gifts that have been placed within you as sacred tools to accomplish a mission that only your soul knows. You may have felt these gifts in simple moments: a revealing dream, a timely intuition, an uncontrollable desire to help someone. Or perhaps in difficult moments when you felt an invisible force protecting you, even when everything seemed lost. None of this was coincidence. These gifts are proof that you are not here just to exist, but to transform. You have been set apart. You have been marked. You have been called. And now it is time to understand what you carry. Because when the chosen ones awaken, the world around them begins to change. If this message touched you in any way, follow the channel right now. Together, we will explore everything that the chosen ones carry within them and what they need to do with it. Your journey begins here, and there is no turning back. 1. The gift of deep intuition. The first gift that usually awakens in the chosen ones is intuition. It is not just a feeling. It is like an internal voice, soft but firm, that speaks when everyone around is silent. This voice does not shout, but those who hear it feel clearly that they need to follow it. It is as if something inside you knows the way even when the mind is still confused. This intuition is not based on logic or experience. It simply arises. You feel it in your chest, in your stomach, sometimes in the chills that come out of nowhere. The body responds to what the soul already knows. Many chosen ones report having intuitions since they were small. They felt when someone was untrustworthy, when a place carried a strange energy, or when something good was about to happen. Even without understanding, they already knew, and over time they realized that ignoring this feeling always brings consequences. This gift does not come to impress. It comes to protect. Intuition is a form of spiritual communication. It is as if a part of you is in direct connection with subtler plans, receiving guidance even before events manifest in the physical. Dreams are also channels for this intuition. Not common dreams, but those that remain vivid even after waking up. Dreams with messages, symbols, encounters with people you do not know but recognize. The chosen one knows when a dream is just a dream and when it is a warning. There are moments when this intuition becomes so strong that it can be unsettling. You try to rationalize, but something pulls you down a different path. When you decide to ignore it, something happens. When you follow, even without understanding, everything falls into place. This is the silent power of the first gift. Throughout life, intuition becomes a true compass. In relationships, in professional choices, in the simplest or most complex decisions, the chosen ones are often guided not by logic, but by feeling. And even if they cannot explain why, they always realize later that they did the right thing. This sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a sign of connection. Those who feel life deeply perceive what others do not. Chosen ones often get emotional over what seems small. They feel the vibe of an environment, the glance of a person, the hidden intentions behind the words. Over time, this gift matures. What was once just a vague feeling becomes a clear direction. The chosen one no longer panics at the chaos around because they trust their internal compass. They understand that even if the world says no, their soul may be saying yes. Intuition also shows the way when there is nothing visible ahead. It is like walking in the dark with the certainty that there is ground beneath your feet. And when you look back, everything makes sense. Every step, every choice, everything was being guided. This gift awakens something deep, self-confidence and trust in the invisible. The person stops seeking external validation because they recognize the value of their own perception. They learn to listen more attentively to what their internal world is saying. And the more they listen, the more they find the right path. For many, this is the gift that initiates the spiritual journey. It does not require study or preparation. It is enough to be attentive. It is enough to feel and to accept that not everything needs to be explained. Some truths can only be felt with the heart. If you have ever lived moments when something told you to go or not to go and later realized that it made all the difference, know this. This gift is already in you. And the more you respect this voice, the stronger it becomes. The chosen ones learn to listen, trust, and follow. 2. The gift of healing empathy. Some people not only understand the pain of others, they feel that pain as if it were their own. It is not exaggeration nor drama. It is pure empathy. And in the chosen ones, this empathy comes loaded with a greater purpose to heal. This gift manifests as extreme sensitivity. Sometimes it is enough to enter a room to feel the emotional weight of the people. The chosen one perceives hidden sadness, disguised anguish, and unspoken pain. And often they feel all of this in their own body. It is as if their soul connects directly with the soul of another without words, without explanations. They just feel, and they feel so deeply that it is impossible to ignore. For this reason, the chosen ones are often sought out by people in crisis, friends, strangers, even children. Everyone feels welcomed near them. Something in the chosen one's energy conveys comfort. Sometimes just their presence is enough to calm. Many of these chosen ones discover over time that they have the power to heal. Not necessarily with their hands, although some do, but with their gaze, with the right words, with true listening. It is as if their soul knows what to say, even without planning. Others channel this healing energy through touch hugs or prayers. Some feel a kind of warmth in their hands, an energy that moves when they are near someone who is suffering. It is not an illusion. It is the gift at work. It is the spiritual manifesting through the body. This gift, however, is not always easy to carry. Feeling so much can be tiring. The chosen one absorbs others' emotions often without realizing it. They can feel drained, sad for no reason, or physically exhausted after being around someone who is emotionally burdened. Therefore, it is essential for those who carry this gift to learn to protect themselves, establishing boundaries, taking care of their own energy, recharging through meditation, nature, or silence. The gift of empathy is a blessing, but it needs to be balanced. This gift also awakens a deep compassion. The chosen one does not judge easily. They understand that behind every action there is a story, a pain, a reason, and for this reason they become a channel of welcome for those in need of light. To heal does not mean to save. The chosen one is not here to carry the weight of the world, but rather to be a bridge between pain and relief, between confusion and clarity, between despair and hope. 3. The gift of communication with the divine. Not everyone hears the voice of God, but some feel this connection so intimately and clearly that it is as if heaven is whispering directly to their hearts. The chosen ones not only believe in the spiritual, they live in dialogue with it. This gift can manifest in many ways. Some hear, some see, others simply know. It is a wisdom that arises from nowhere. An answer that appears in silence, a message that comes when no one else is around. Some receive these messages in prayers. Others during meditations or even in mundane moments like taking a shower, walking, or looking at the sky. It doesn't matter where. When the chosen one is in tune, communication happens. This connection with the divine brings guidance. Many times the chosen one is in doubt, lost, confused, and out of nowhere, something becomes clear. They feel with certainty what they need to do. It is as if someone had turned on an internal light that shows the way. It is also common to receive visions not necessarily with physical eyes, but with the gaze of the soul. They are images, symbols, faces, scenes that come accompanied by a deep understanding. It is like witnessing something spiritual happening from within. The gift of communication with the divine is not about religion. It is about relationship. It is personal, unique. Each chosen one connects in their own way. There are no rules. What matters is recognizing when this communication happens and respecting what it is saying. Many receive warnings, advice, and even protection through this gift. They have felt an invisible force preventing an accident, or a soft voice saying, "Don't go." And by obeying, they later realize they escaped something serious. It is not coincidence. It is spiritual care. This gift also makes the chosen one a messenger. They do not keep to themselves what they receive. When they feel they should share, they speak. And many times their words touch exactly those who needed to hear them. It is as if the divine uses their voice to reach other souls. So it is common for people with this gift to end up helping others without even realizing it. Sometimes a phrase spoken at the right moment transforms someone's day or life, because that came not just from the mind. It came from a higher place. Those who have this gift tend to live with more faith. Not blind faith, but felt faith, because they have already lived through proofs of divine presence. They have had impossible answers. They have been saved in ways that no one would understand. And for this reason they trust. This gift also brings responsibility, because when you listen to the spiritual, you can no longer pretend you didn't hear. The revealed truth demands action, and the chosen one learns to obey even without fully understanding everything at first. 4. The gift of clairvoyance and spiritual clarity. Some people can see beyond what is in front of their eyes. They do not only see what is outside, but also what is behind inside, behind the curtains of reality. This ability is one of the most distinctive gifts of the chosen ones, the gift of clairvoyance and spiritual clarity. Clairvoyance is not about predicting the future like you see in movies. It is about perceiving what is hidden, what is not being said, what most cannot grasp. It is as if the chosen one has access to a second plane of existence where everything is clearer, truer, deeper. This gift can manifest visually with images and internal visions. It can come in the form of sensations such as chills, discomfort, tingling, or strong premonitions, or sometimes as a knowledge that suddenly emerges without an apparent source but is filled with certainty. People with this gift see beyond the surface. They perceive the true intentions behind smiles. They know when something is wrong, even when everything seems normal. And often they see signs that no one else can see. Numbers, symbols, messages that appear in daily life. Clairvoyance can also appear in dreams. They are vivid, revealing images that do not fade upon waking. Dreams with deep meanings that seem more real than reality itself. Sometimes the chosen one has visions while awake, flashes, glimpses, or scenes that arise from nowhere. Spiritual clarity is the complement to this gift. While clairvoyance shows the invisible, spiritual clarity shows the meaning. It is like a deep knowing that reveals what needs to be done. Even when everything is confusing on the outside, it is when the soul cries this way. Even if the mind doesn't understand, the heart knows. Spiritual clarity gives direction. Amid doubts, the chosen one simply feels what the truth is. They may not have all the answers, but they know what the next step is. These gifts help the chosen one make decisions that may seem risky to others but make perfect sense within themselves. They may move to a new city, distance themselves from someone, or start something new. All because something inside them saw and understood what others have not yet perceived. It is common for these people to see spiritual patterns in events. They perceive cycles, repetitions, and connections between situations that seem random. They understand what the universe is trying to teach even in the most difficult situations. This gift also allows interpreting spiritual signs. A butterfly that appears out of nowhere. An object falling from nowhere. A specific song playing at the right moment. All of this has meaning for those who have awakened spiritual eyes. Nothing goes unnoticed. But these gifts are not always comfortable. Seeing what is hidden can be painful. Perceiving someone's true intentions, feeling negative energies, or witnessing truths that no one else wants to see can be lonely. That is why the chosen one needs to develop emotional balance and faith. 5. The gift of connection with the mission. The chosen ones never feel completely satisfied with a common life. They may even try to fit in, live within the expected, follow the script. But something inside always calls louder. An insistent whisper saying, "You came for something greater." This gift is the constant feeling that life needs to have purpose, not just to exist, but to impact. The chosen one feels that their presence in the world is not by chance. They were born with a mission, even if they do not yet know exactly what it is. This inner restlessness appears early. From a young age, the chosen one feels that the world does not make much sense. They question rules, structures, systems. They observe the suffering of people and ask themselves, "How can I do differently? How can I be part of the solution?" It is not pride. It is a calling. And this calling does not relent. It grows over time. It pulses when the chosen one is in environments that do not nurture them. When they work just for money, when they live just to live, the soul begins to scream. This gift manifests as an inner force that pushes the chosen one forward. Even when everything says to stop, they may fall, get frustrated, fail. The mission of a chosen one is rarely something coming back up. It involves touching lives, healing, teaching, inspiring, or awakening others. Sometimes it is something grand, other times something quiet. But it always transforms. It always leaves marks. It always plants seeds. The chosen one feels a deep need to help, even without knowing how, even without having all the resources. They want to serve. They want to shine. They want to leave the world better than they found it. This is not just a desire. It is destiny. This gift also brings a different kind of courage. Even with fear, the chosen one moves forward. Even without guarantees, they trust because they feel they are not alone. Something guides them. Something supports them. And this gives them the strength to continue even when no one believes. In many cases, pain is part of the mission. The chosen ones face intense struggles. But over time, they realize each wound has prepared them. Each fall has strengthened them. Nothing was in vain. Each experience has made them more capable of fulfilling what they came to accomplish. If you feel that there is something that needs to be born from you, a message, a project, a service, this gift is already pulsating within your chest. And perhaps everything you have lived up to this point has been preparation for now. 6. The gift of protection and resilience. There is something that all the chosen ones have in common. They have gone through situations that could have destroyed anyone. But they were not destroyed. Something protects them. Something lifts them up. Even when everything seems lost, An invisible force prevents them from staying down for too long. This gift is not just emotional resistance, it is a silent but powerful spiritual strength. It manifests when everyone gives up but the chosen one continues, when everything seems to go wrong but they insist, when no one believes but they still carry faith. The chosen one undergoes trials harsher than most. This is because their soul is prepared in the fire. Pain sharpens them. Challenges shape their strength. Falls make them wiser. And over time they understand each pain has made them stronger. There is a protection that accompanies the chosen ones, something that prevents evil from touching them deeply. They may face difficult situations, but often they escape something worse by a detail, a delay that saved them, a no that seemed bad, but was a deliverance. This protection also manifests through intuition. The chosen one feels when something is wrong. They feel when they should distance themselves from a place or a person. Sometimes they do not understand why they feel uncomfortable. Only later do they realize that they were spared from something they didn't even see happen. Even when attacked, spiritually, emotionally, or verbally, the chosen ones are guarded. Attempts to bring them down do not last. They may even feel the weight, but something greater supports them, as if they are always surrounded by an invisible presence that watches over them and intervenes when necessary. This strength also reveals itself in resilience. The chosen ones do not stay stuck in pain for long. They feel cry suffer, but they rise. They always rise. And when they get up, they come back stronger, more conscious, more connected to their mission. The gift of protection and resilience goes hand in hand with faith. The chosen one learns through life to trust. They believe that nothing is by chance. They understand that there is a purpose in every loss, in every fall, in every silence. And this gives them peace amid the storm. 7. The gift of spiritual return law of cause and effect. What you do comes back. This is a spiritual truth that the chosen ones not only know, they feel. They live this in their skin with more intensity than others. For them, nothing goes unnoticed by the universe. Every thought, word, or action has consequences. This gift is the clear perception of the law of return, and it manifests with incredible force in the lives of the chosen ones. When they do good, the universe responds with visible blessings. When they err even unintentionally, they feel the weight of almost immediate correction. It is not punishment. It is alignment. It is as if life keeps them on a narrower, more conscious, more responsible path. The chosen ones cannot live on autopilot for too long. The very spirituality demands that they live with purpose and truth. They realize that everything they plant comes back and comes back stronger. If they help someone, sooner or later they receive help in unexpected ways. If they hurt someone, even unintentionally, the energy returns, bringing learning and reflection. This gift awakens a deep sense of spiritual responsibility. The chosen one learns to watch their thoughts, intentions, and words. They know they cannot act casually because the universe treats them with a very fine, very precise justice. That is why many chosen ones go through difficult phases soon after straying from their spiritual path. They feel in their soul that something is out of place, and this sensitivity pushes them back into alignment with good, with truth, with their mission. This awareness makes the chosen ones live with more empathy. They think twice before acting because they know that everything is connected. They know that the good they do resonates, and that wrongdoing, even small, comes back as a lesson. This gift also helps them to forgive because they understand that everyone will reap what they sow. There is no need to carry hatred or seek justice with their own hands. The universe takes care of everything, and inner peace comes from this certainty. If you feel that everything you do returns to you quickly, if you have already noticed that your life responds even to your thoughts, this gift is active in you. And the more you honor this law, the lighter and more aligned your path becomes. The chosen ones live in harmony with the spiritual. They know they are not alone, and for this reason they walk with awareness, planting light even when surrounded by darkness, because they know everything that comes from you will one day return to you. If you have recognized these gifts in your life, understand this is not by chance. You carry within you a divine spark and have been called to something greater. Spiritual gifts do not come just as presents, but as sacred tools to fulfill your mission here. Accepting them is the first step. Developing them is the second. And using them with love and wisdom is the way to transform the world. Leave in the comments which of these gifts has already awakened in you. And if this video resonated with your soul, share it with someone who may also be chosen. May the light of your gift illuminate many paths. Music.